Shocking turn of events. Alexandra Eala replaced just 48 hours before 2025 ASEAN Open. For weeks, the 2025 ASEAN Open had been shaping up to be a defining moment for Southeast Asian tennis, a stage where rising stars and seasoned champions would collide under the hot lights of Manila's newly renovated National Tennis Arena. Tickets had sold out in record time. Banners bearing Alexandra Eala's face lined the streets, and anticipation buzzed like electricity through the city. After all, this was supposed to be her moment, her territory, her crowd, her homecoming. But 48 hours before the first ball was to be struck, the tennis world was rocked by a bombshell so sudden and so dramatic that social media practically melted. Alexandra Eala withdraws. Philippine team announces her immediate replacement. The headlines spread with the speed of wildfire, and within minutes, confusion spiraled into shock, shock simmered into speculation, and speculation ignited into global debate. How could the Philippines' brightest tennis prodigy, one of the most beloved icons in the region, be replaced so close to the tournament? What really happened behind the scenes? This is the story the world was not prepared for. A nation ready for their heroine. The Philippine Tennis Federation, PTF, had spent months hyping the ASEAN Open as the biggest tennis event in the country's history. New partnerships, international sponsors, promotional tours, everything had been executed with one central star in mind, Alexandra Eala, the Filipino pride who had broken barriers, inspired millions, and proven time and again that she could stand toe-to-toe with the best in the world. Fans were ready. Children held handmade signs that read, "Welcome home, Alex," and "Bring home the gold." Local businesses practically transformed their storefronts into shrines dedicated to her achievements. And, for her part, Alex had seemed quietly confident. She arrived in Manila earlier than usual, trained diligently behind closed doors, and kept a low profile. Some of her team described as focused preparation. Nothing, absolutely nothing, hinted at trouble, which is why the shock was so absolute when the PTF called for an emergency press conference. The press conference that shook the tennis world. At precisely 10 a.m., media personnel rushed into the briefing hall, clutching half-written stories and unanswered questions. Cameras flashed. Microphones clicked. Everyone waited for Alex herself to appear, to explain, to reassure, to deny the rumors already forming. But she never came. Instead, PTF President Manuel R. Dizon walked onto the stage, his expression tight, his posture stiff, his voice lacking its usual booming confidence. Effective immediately, he announced, Alexandra Eala will not be competing in the 2025 ASEAN Open. She will be replaced by alternate player Bianca Fortunato. A gasp swept across the room. He continued, this decision was made after careful assessment and in the best interest of the athlete and the Philippine team. The questions came fast and aggressive. Was she injured? Was she ill? Was there a conflict within the team? Was there an issue with her fitness? Was she suspended? Dizon shut every question down. We cannot disclose further details at this time. His tone made it clear. Something serious had happened, and just like that, the press conference ended, but the storm was only beginning. Social media erupts, confusion, supporting conspiracy theories. Within minutes, Alex Eala trended worldwide. Fans demanded transparency. Critics accused the Federation of mismanagement. Analysts speculated injuries, political disputes, or last-minute medical triggers. Others dug into Alex's recent Hong Kong match, where she defeated 2024 finalist Katie Boulter via retirement, and began to comb through clips for signs of strain, limping, or discomfort. A few freeze frames of Alex touching her stomach or flexing her back spread like wildfire. Some claimed she'd been hiding an injury. Others believed the PTF forced her out for internal reasons. A vocal minority accused the Federation of sacrificing her for political optics. But the loudest conversation was one of heartbreak, because everyone knew how much this tournament meant to her. Alex's silence only deepened the mystery. Inside sources revealed a disturbing setback. As the tennis world churned with rumors, an insider source, speaking anonymously to multiple outlets, finally shed light on the situation. Alex was not simply dealing with fatigue or routine soreness. She had suffered a severe abdominal strain during her training session 2 days after returning from Hong Kong. The injury, according to the source, occurred during a high-intensity baseline drill. Alex reportedly collapsed to one knee, gripping her midsection, unable to continue. A doctor called to the camp immediately recommended at least 2 to 3 weeks of no competitive play, warning that forcing could risk a partial tear, long-term damage, or even a career-threatening setback. The PTF's medical team agreed. But the biggest twist? Alex had insisted she was still going to compete. She was prepared to play through the pain, even if it meant risking everything. The Federation refused. And that was the real turning point. A heartbreaking standoff behind closed doors. According to insiders, the night before the press conference was emotionally explosive. Alex, who had pushed through adversity countless times, reportedly felt devastated at the idea of missing the event. She had trained for months, dedicated her entire off-season to this moment, and carried the hopes of millions. At one point, she was in tears, claimed the insider. She begged them to let her try. Her coaches, though sympathetic, stood firm. It's not worth risking her 2025 season. One coach allegedly told the PTF, not for one tournament, even a home one. The Federation made the final decision, and Alex, heartbroken and exhausted, agreed to step aside, though reluctantly. The replacement, who is Bianca Fortunato? When the dust settled, attention turned to the new face of the Philippine lineup. Bianca Fortunato, a 21-year-old rising player from Cebu with a powerful serve and a reputation for never backing down from a challenge. What this means for her career. Sports doctors have assured that an abdominal strain, while painful, is manageable with proper care. Missing one tournament, even a major home event, is better than risking a prolonged absence. For Alex, this could even be a blessing in disguise. A period of rest could help her recover completely, rebuild her strength, and approach the rest of the 2025 season with renewed determination. Analysts say she remains a favorite to rise in the rankings this year, and fans believe she will. The tournament will go on, but something will be missing. The 2025 ASEAN Open will still be a spectacle. The lights will shine, the crowd will roar, and breathtaking tennis battles will unfold. But the absence of Alexandra Eala will be felt in every corner of the arena. Her presence, her fire, her passion, those are irreplaceable. Yet the beauty of sports and of heroes like Alex lies in their resilience. This moment may be heartbreaking, but it is far from an ending. If anything, it is the beginning of a stronger return, a comeback story waiting to be written. And when she finally walks back onto the court, racket in hand, eyes blazing with determination, the entire nation will rise with her. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.